Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. So all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to tune in. First things first, I hope everybody had a blessed and productive Saturday. Hope everybody was able to get to their destination safe and sound. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend as well. You know, those in those cold areas, hopefully y'all try to stay warm as possible. Like I said, make sure y'all got enough that you need. Definitely gonna need it. I also want to take the time to thank those who popped up in the live this morning. You know, definitely positive vibes and builds. This is good, my guy. Like I said, you know, those type of talks you need to have on a day in and day out. The reason why I was also going in about certain situations about parents really being on their children or involved with what's going on with their children is because you have some children who have followed certain rules or not even follow certain rules. They follow certain things that they've seen people do, you know, and sometimes that could leave a negative influence. Like prime example, we know sometimes we used to sneak out, but it was rare we snuck out, you know. These kids nowadays could have the simplest lies. Sometimes the parents will really listen to it and say, all right, well, just make sure you back here. No, you need to make sure your kid is going where they going, especially if you know for a fact. I wish they shut the fuck up. Damn. My bad, y'all. It's crazy how you not even outside and that fucking noise get on your nerve. Like, damn, these bikes and shit, man. Damn, fucked up my train of thought. My bad, y'all. Damn. Nah, but all in all, definitely make sure your kid is going where they're supposed to be going. I don't care if they just turned 18. You still need to make sure that they are the places that they say they're going because anything can happen in this fucking cruel world right now. Not gonna lie to you. Right now, one of my people is going through a situation. Youngest daughter just casually, not even snuck out the house, just told one person in the house that she was going one place. And now they trying to find out where the hell she at. It's crazy. Y'all parents got to definitely keep a watchful eye out. Again, not saying your kids can't have friends or be social, but you still got to be mindful and watchful of it, man, because you don't know what the fuck happened. We done seen so many situations happen where kids walking off, going elsewhere, hopping in cars, so on and so forth, and then that be the last time. It's either gonna be the last time you see them, or when you do see them, something that happened to them already. I see y'all in the chat. I see you, Didi, Platty. See y'all in here. Sprocky, what's good, y'all? Little Daryl, Mike Geyser, what's good with all y'all? Happy Saturday to all y'all, man. Like I said, it's a real crucial situation that you have to pay attention to. That's why I said, because you don't know what can happen. Your kid going with a group of people, you don't even know what group of people they with, and you don't know what they could be getting into. And for all you know, there could be a situation that happens, and you don't want to get that rude call. That rude knock at the door. You don't want to hear that something tragic has happened. That's why I say I gotta really step on the initiative, man. I just feeling sad right now. Yo, realist, what's good, my guy? I see y'all in there. Like I said, you gotta definitely be mindful of that. Because now, look, now instead of a cool, calm evening, now you gotta be frantic worrying about if your daughter coming home or not. That's why I said it's not to be funny, but that's even out of character for that person to even do that. That's why they scratched my head too. Like, wait, what? When sometimes you hear certain things, not gonna lie, you think it's a joke until you really see it's crucial. Like I thought it was a joke for a minute until I seen a tear come down the eye. So, like, when you do something uncharacteristic, wait, public service announcement for y'all youngins out there. If you still living up under your parents' roof, you have to abide by whatever rules is being set in the house. And if you feel you can't do so, then that's when you're supposed to do what you got to do. It's just that simple in life. That's how it's supposed to be. Yo, Hood, salute, my guy. You know, that's just the golden rule. If you can't abide by what rules and regulations going on in the house, then go somewhere else where you can do so. But then again, you won't find out it's not that easy. Especially when you young and you won't got nothing for yourself. Not no job, no real education. No. You gotta follow whatever the hell your parents are telling you in the house, regardless. I see y'all all in here. That's all I'm saying. Oh, hey, Deborah, I didn't even see you in here. Hey, blessings to all of y'all in here. Whoever I might have missed, I'm partly paying attention to the chat. But I'm just, like, cause I'm kind of like in a sad motion because I feel for them. Like, no person should have to worry about their child just doing something that's not in their nature, and then now you got to worry about where they at exactly. Especially when you got a kid that don't really be out and about like that. That's a scary feeling because you don't know what the hell can happen. You know, that's why I say a lot of times what I say. Some of y'all parents better definitely get in tune with yourselves and get in tune with your kids and what they getting into. I don't care if they just turned 18. If they ain't leaving out the house yet, as far as they ain't graduate, they ain't got a job, they ain't got their own spot that they trying to move into, whatever. You still have to be a part of that child's life, regardless. You got to make sure your kid is straight. You not want to hear a situation your kid not making it to the age of 21. Nobody wants to hear that shit. I'm sorry to sound like that too, but it just goes to show you, like, I would feel the same way. Even if this was my god kids, I would feel the type of way. Like, nah, this can't happen. Already went through one situation years ago with that, but that shit got ironed out because it's like at the end of the day, sometimes they're gonna do certain things and lash out of certain angles. But then there's also a way to deal with it too. Some of y'all young people gotta understand that too. Your parents are doing certain things not just to fuck up your fun. They doing certain things to keep your ass alive and to keep you from being in the system as well. So some of y'all can't blame your parents when there's certain things they just won't allow you to do. Sorry, but if you living up under their roof, you have to fucking follow rules, regulations. That's it. Popcorn, I see you. Hey, Scorp, I see you in here, sis. You have to understand that. In this world right now, so many different things happening. You don't want to get a situation where you might not ever see your child again. That should be an awakening for some of these parents out here that's not doing what they supposed to be doing as far as really making sure their kids are straight. It almost goes hand in hand like what I was saying earlier. Now come to find out, she already knew this little nigga was out here doing certain shit. I'm going back to the situation I was talking about earlier. Come to find out the little nigga, out of all her kids, that was the only one that decided I'm going to be with my mother and go do what she doing, be where she's at. So his other siblings is good because that sister is not playing games. She's going to make sure those other kids go to school and do what they got to do. Sometimes you're going to have to make a tough decision because some kids are going to force that situation. And if they force that situation, then you have to show them what it is. Only thing you can do right now is just hope to God that they'll get that lesson. See that it's not easy. I see you, Shay. You know, that's what I'm saying. Some of y'all youngins have to understand that. Your parents are putting certain things in play because they don't want you to go down a certain road, and you have to understand that and respect that. It's just like some of y'all wouldn't want your parents going down a certain road for you, right? So come on. Like I said, we supposed to be teaching each other at the end of the day. Yes, parents are supposed to make sure they still hold the stern grasp on certain things. But then again, sometimes you got to be a little lenient too, not too much. But if you know they're responsible enough to hold certain responsibilities, then then that's when you give them a little fairness. I believe. You know, like I said, when you speak logical about certain things, some people tend to get emotional. Like I said, I kind of already figured it was a situation earlier, and then I come to find out I was right about it. So, like I said, on that note, I'm not saying nothing, but the stern warning was already gave. I don't care who it is. Your kid come to me talking about I got bud, the package is gone. And come see me about it. Because we not doing that. And some of y'all really need to be ashamed again because if you ain't paying attention to what's going on, this type of situations that can happen. Now, as far as the situation I was just speaking about, that's really uncharacteristic because I know my boy youngest daughter and she really don't be out and about like that. She has friends, but she don't be out and about like that. So for her to just up and just disappear, that's a scary notion. Yo, Keith, salute, my guy. This is why I say some parents definitely got to be on point because, again, this is how your kid can end up either dead, kidnapped, probably, probably before you know, sex trafficking is still going on as we speak. Get wrapped up in situations like that, thrown in the van, taken far away from wherever they known was home. Come on now. Gotta really get in tune with it, man. It's not just the women, it's the boys too sometimes. I see you, Nicole. Blessings. The word salute, you know. Now I know everybody watching the fight right now. I kind of figured that. Like I said, Saturday night when somebody's supposed to be relaxing, watching something with the kids, or just watching something just to relax their mind, they can't even relax their mind because the child is missing. You know, this is why I said in this time and era, you definitely have to keep all eyes open and definitely on the ball because this type of shit is still happening to this day. You're always going to have situations where you're going to have kids getting placed in situations they shouldn't be placed in. And then some of y'all young kids going to have to stop putting yourselves in situations too. Some of y'all be doing certain things because you feel if your parent ain't going to discipline you or if you could just get away with it, I'm going to just continue to do it. But remember, everything you do, there's a consequence. You want to be out sneaking, want to be out here being a little hot ass or doing whatever, guess what? There's going to be a consequence to that, especially if you ain't doing the right things. Oh, you want to be out here having unprotected sex? Guess what? Take this or take this. Either which way, you're going to be hurt. Some of y'all really need to think with your brain, stop thinking with your hormones. Seriously. It might seem cool to some degree for certain shit, but then again, you should be more focused on living your life, being a child and being a young adult to a degree. Get to know who the fuck you are first before anything. You know? Hey, Dawn, blessings. See you in here. I'm just saying, you have to understand that shit. Nobody wants to go and identify a body. Nobody wants to really hear that word that your child might never come home or your child might not never be the same. Even if your child doesn't go through that extreme, the child might not be the same. Depending on what happened and how it happened, never know. That's why I'm saying you have to be on point because there's going to be certain times in a child's life they're going to go through a traumatic phase. And you as a parent are definitely supposed to be your own fucking call for that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's not saying, oh, you got to be super dad or super mom 24/7 and be everywhere. No, it's not saying that. Because sometimes you got to give your kids a little leniency. But it's just having watchful eyes out. knowing that you got people in certain areas they might be visiting. Yo, do me a favor. If you see my child, make sure everything is everything. You know, I don't know. Just nah. I'm not even watching the fight, Nicole. Like I said, I could have been watching the fight, but after seeing my man's over there damn near about to flip, got me right now because I'm thinking about my god kids. I'm thinking about anybody that I know for a fact I watched come up that I wouldn't want to. Like that's what I'm saying. Certain things like that, it will fucking draw you right out of everything. I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. Just it fucks with my brain because, like I said, I remember coming up, like I said, and it was certain people that I know for a fact should have still been walking around as we speak now to this day. That's not walking around because of either being out the wrong places, wrong times, sneaking out the house, doing certain things, or just parents being neglectful and not paying attention to everything they supposed to be paying attention to. And it's still going on to this day. Like I said, some of y'all parents are going to definitely have to stop dropping the ball on things. Because it would only take one time if I had kids, it would only take one time for my kid to do something outside of what was taught to them. And I ain't going to get crazy, but they damn sure ain't going to be doing it again. That's going to be the one thing. Some of y'all parents going to have to stop allowing certain things to happen. Like I said, start being parents. Even when they trouble with you, so what? If you doing the right things because you know it's going to keep your kids safe and out of harm's way, you keep doing so. No doubt, Score. We looking for that. Don't think I'm not somewhat paying attention. I see y'all ain't cutting up. Papa Will, salute. Oh, shit. Trying to get semi comfortable because I was supposed to be watching this boxing match to a degree. Like I said, after that situation and just thinking about a few other things, I said, nah, I can't even do it. Because I ain't going to be into it. If y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. And definitely peace and blessings to everybody that's in the chat watching. Honestly, Nicole, I could probably see it going either or. I was going to say either a split decision or I'll give it take this other dude by the give or take a knockout. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, nah, because I almost forgot about it tonight too, and I was supposed to be going to a boxing. I was supposed to be going to this boxing party tonight, but shit, nigga, restless to some degree. I had family pop up. That was another reason why I'm doing the live late. I had some family pop up out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting them here damn near all day, but it is what it is. I see you, Queen. Blessings. You know, I feel like this. All in all, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to literally put certain things in your life on hold to definitely make sure your kid's balanced and that you don't have to worry about that type of situation happening. And that's why I said sometimes you gotta watch the influences that are around your kid. Because yes, they're gonna get certain influences in the world as we speak now. But they don't need extra influences that's gonna make a critical or crucial decision. Don't want that. That's why I said sometimes, even when your kids do act out, yeah, guess what? You still have to discipline them, regardless to what. When your kid talk about running away, yeah, okay, you gonna run away? Let's go see how easy it is out there in that world. And sometimes we see when they do shit like that, that tough love shit sometimes work. Seen situations where, hey, I thought you ran away. And I thought I did too, but this shit ain't easy. Can't be sleeping from crib to crib. I can't be doing this, down, and third. Going back home. So that's why I said, you know, sometimes they lash out and run away, or sometimes they'll lash out and just, well, you can't tell me nothing. I'm this age now. No, I can still tell you something because you under my roof. That's the one important thing that some of these youngins fail to realize. Until you get from under your parents' roof, nigga, you follow what the fuck is going on, and that's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like I said, if you can't handle that, then guess what? You know, do what you gotta do. Hey, Rachel, I see you in here. Blessings. I see you. I see y'all all in here. You know, I don't know. It's a sad notion for real because you hate to hear shit like that, and then you don't want to hear anything else even worse, especially when it's another young soul that's being lost. That's why I said you have to pay attention to what's going on at all costs. When it comes to these general awarenesses, you always want to get that. Why I said some of y'all parents, you're gonna have to push your kids for greater, and not say live through them, but just you're gonna have to give them that correct balance. Make sure that they are going on the right road. It's really about it. Yeah, no, see, fuck that. I'll be honest with you. I tried to do that shit one time. I was young. I tried that shit. That shit didn't last but for 2 days. And I was right back in this crib. And after that, I ain't do that shit no more because like I said, I seen what it was personally. Like, this ain't it. Then again, like I said, you're gonna have some situations where if the kids keep running away, then that must mean something is going on. But don't get me wrong, it's always a mixed bag. And sometimes kids just run away because they don't like the rules and regulations. But then you got some kids who will run away because of there's something going on in that house and they're being a victim to shit. Yeah, they ain't trying to be there no more. And that's what I'm saying. It's always a mixed bag when it comes to that. That's what I'm saying. We have all been there at some point trying to do something we knew it was going to be impossible. And that's why I said it's critical now for you parents to really get on it. And even some of you adults out there, the youngins out here definitely doing shit they ain't supposed to be doing. Instead of you encouraging them to do the shit, why don't you try to encourage them to do something better? And I think sometimes the more they hear more people say certain things to kick them in that line, they'll actually listen. But then, like I said too, you're gonna have some people who are already gonna be stuck in their ways and make their decisions. And the only thing you can do as a parent is hope to God that they at some point wake up before it's too late. You know? Yeah, that's how it be sometimes though. You got those type of situations, but then you got situations like I said that it could be something going on in the crib, and they just tired of the shit. I knew one nigga that I went to school with. He kept running away because even though he was trying to do as much as he couldn't do nothing with that big ass man his mom was dealing with. His mom was dealing with a big ass nigga looking like a whole 6 football player. So I don't expect the kid to do as much. But because she wouldn't leave, or because she didn't do what she was supposed to be, he wasn't trying to be around that, and that was understandable. Not gonna sit here and watch my mom get beat up neither, especially if I can't defend her. I can't do nothing. I'm trying to get help the best way possible. But then again, I don't want to be around somebody if I know this is what's going to happen. So that's why I'm saying there's always going to be a different situation. But again, you still going to have to be in tune with your kids. Like I said, the problem with some of y'all now, y'all more worried about being lit. Y'all more worried about being friends with your kids instead of really like breaking down to them scenarios that could possibly happen. When they get of a certain age and they understanding knowledge, that's when you're supposed to break down all the best knowledge you can possibly break down to them so they understand what's what. My bad, John. Give me a second. You know, I had to go get my damn soda tonight. So that's why another reason why I'm mad. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to the store, grab this soda and whatever I need for the night, try to watch this boxing match, whatever, and then do the live. But that shit just sparked me to do the live because I ain't never seen my boy that distraught. So I know it's something serious. You know? Anne Marie, hey, blessings. Don't worry about Keith. Keith just do that shit. Keith cool people, trust me. Me and Keith been in a few chats together. That's just him. Don't worry about nothing. You know. Yeah, and that's the sad part when they disappear like that, because technically, like prime example, if the child is 18, like the cops would say, give it 24 hours. Even when they kids, they say anywhere between what 24 hours mostly. And I feel that should be. I think that should be changed to a degree too, depending on the situation and the severity, because a lot can happen in 24 hours. Let's not get that shit twisted. That one thing I do feel when it comes to you having to involve the authorities, that needs to change because 24 hours is all it takes sometimes for somebody to possibly lose their fucking life, especially if they can't defend themselves. You know? And again, shout out to that damn dry grape ginger ale. Oh, put some hair on my chest, man. But you know, it's crazy because you don't want situations like that to occur for real. That's why I said you always got to make sure you on all possible angles because you don't know what could happen, you know? And then you know how some kids are. Some kids might want to do some things. Some kids might not want to be part of it, but then because they want to be a part of the cool crowd, let me just follow whatever's going on. You know, sometimes we might have lied about certain things, especially if it was something that we wanted to do. But then again, even if we got away with it, it was always a consequence the following day. Oh, so you thought we wasn't going to really find out the truth? That's how they set you up sometimes, you know. I remember one time, like I said, I remember one time the dude literally almost a situation like how I was talking about. Little kid came up there talking about, yo, I got this if you need it. Like I said, he did the right thing. He took that shit from homie. He made that nigga think about it. And he said, nah, I need you to go tell your mother or your father. Again, you ain't gonna tell them. Sometimes they'll use that tactic to see if the kid gonna tell them themselves. Then sometimes you got some people that stick on their word. I know he or she ain't gonna say it, so I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell the parent anyway. And that's how you got to do it. Sometimes you have to. So, well, if you drinking ginger ale, nigga, you better get that dry grape ginger ale. That shit fucking slap when it got ice in it, baby. Shit gave my taste buds everything. Yeah, and you know what's sad though, sis, because a lot has changed as far as like middle school. Like when we was going to middle school, certain shit we knew we wasn't gonna get away with. Because we always had somebody looking over us. But then when we did get away with certain things, we still had a consequence at the end of the day. You know? Consequences, we lied and we got caught in a lie. So now we had to pay for that, you know. Yo, Rachel, you crazy. She said I ran away in the basement. Oh man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the cranberry one is good too, since I ain't gonna lie. But this dry grape been fucking with me. I don't know. Might have a new spokesman, nigga. You keep making this type of shit. Who wants some extra money? No, but all in all, though, like I said, your parents are definitely gonna have to do that. So many critical changes right now that need to be made. Because just as we speak, school nowadays is different from when we was going to school because there was certain things that wasn't getting pushed or presented to us like that. Now you got too many things being presented and pushed to the kids. So that's why I say you always want to hear a bunch of shit now because that's the world we live in. They want men and women to use the same bathrooms. They want like certain things to be acknowledged and accepted. And of course, the main people they're gonna reach for is the kids or the women because they feel at some point they're gonna submit to the shit. Yeah, you already know. Yo, Anne Marie, I ain't fucking with you, sis, because you know that already. I don't like that black. I don't like that BlackBerry one though. You was talking about. Nah, that shit was trash. That BlackBerry one was trash. But the grape and the cranberry, yeah. Even the raspberry one got a little something to it. I don't really like raspberries. This grape might have a new spokesman. Yo, Lil Jonathan, salute. Top of the evening. 22. Can you do something for me? Making sure the feds don't rush up on me. 22. Yo, but I'm telling you, y'all, it's real critical. You're gonna have to really pay attention to everything that's going on. You know, like I said, it's bad enough society has pushed certain things to these youngins to where it's like they want them to accept every little thing and just say, "Oh yeah, this could possibly." No, there are just some things in life that we know for a fact is impossible and it's illogical. And guess what? You can't force people to try to accept certain ways of living that we know for a fact ain't normal. Sorry to say it like that. But like I said, you want to push that narrative as far as, yeah, this is how we going to have to do it. No, it's not the way to do it. Yeah, I heard about that too, Rachel. That shit is crazy. Yo, Nicole, that's because she smelt you. Parents got that scent. My kid been here. I taste hair gel. I know it was you. Nah, but sometimes they just gonna know where to look. Some parents just gonna know where to look, especially if they kind of like on your regiment. They know what it is. And besides, she probably figured you wasn't gonna go so far. Like I said, some parents are not gonna panic because they already know they ain't gonna go but so far. But then again, sometimes you're gonna have to worry because what you think ain't possible could be possible. You know, that's why I'm saying. But your mother was doing what she was supposed to be doing. She probably already figured. I know she probably gonna go ahead, think she's slick. Yeah, all right. I'll find her. That's just like one time. It's like one time one of my boys thought he was slick. He ran away to my other boy mom's house. But the funny part was when some people was trying to say that's fucked up. She gonna let that boy go stay shut. That's not how you gonna let somebody else kid stay there. She had to shut all of them up. First of all, who said anything about staying here? I'm gonna let him come in the house. I ain't gonna let him sit outside this late. But he is going home. And that's exactly what the fuck she did. Send his ass right on home. Like, I don't know what the hell going on in your house. I don't want to know what's going on in your house because honestly, you shouldn't even be out here. But you're not staying here. Before she could even fully finish having the convo with her, parents was right at the door picking them up. Yeah. Kid wasn't expecting that. Like how he like honestly, before she could even call her parents, that's what it was. Like it was already kind of figured he probably might go here out of anybody. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just gotta pay attention, you know. And if something do look out of place or out of order, then that's what you gotta definitely be on point at. If you know the rule, if you know the routine of everything, especially if you're really in tune with your kid, you're usually good. You know, you don't know where to find your kid at. But that's why sometimes it's good to always have a watchful eye everywhere. Because if it's places that you would normally go and you know they're not there, if that just like if it is a situation like that, your kid disappeared and you look into all the spots that you know they would be at, you're supposed to have a watchful eye out because somebody else might see a kid elsewhere or could be possibly stopping a situation from happening. It's really something to think about, man. Again, you want certain cycles to break and you want certain chains to break. But then the same notion, how can it break when not being in tune? And then, like I said, you got some people who try to be friends with the kids, friends with the youngins, when you should be trying to at least be a positive influence to them. Sometimes you youngins gonna have to understand this shit too. You know, you have to abide by rules and regulations. You're gonna have to. Telling you when you don't follow certain rules and regulations, and those consequences come on your ass, it's not gonna be easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, like when you said that shit, yeah. But see, that was true. Back in the day, we had watchful eyes everywhere. So even if a nigga thought he was gonna run away, wasn't gonna get but so far, nigga. We know where you at. And I remember one time too, a parent. I'll never forget that day. I will never forget that day because that shit was still funny to this day. I still laugh about it. Dude thought he was good. Went to my he went to my boy mom's house. Now that lady don't play not nothing. Forget being a devout no, I can't even say Christian. Forget just being a devout spiritual person. She really just didn't have a lot of like fuck shit going on. When she seen that this kid was literally still at the house at a certain time, she already knew. Let me go find out what's going on. Now she called and found out everything. She did kind of let him stay the night. But best believe by 6 in the morning, that boy was upset. He wasn't expecting nobody to, because I know you ain't going to tell my mom, you ain't that cool, my mom's, man. So, this is that, I just need to stay here for the night. Yada, yada, yada. I ain't going back home. Thought he was slick.
Nigga was home the next morning. That's what I'm saying. That parent did the right thing too. Let me call and find out what's really going on before I even, because there's some parents, if it's a situation at home that's really like critical or crucial, yeah, you're not just gonna let the kid go back home into that type of environment. But if there ain't nothing going on and he just in the shit, nah, nigga, you take your ass home. You know? Hey Rachel, blessings. I see you in here. The other Rachel in here, so I'm talking about what's going on. Hope you enjoy your Saturday, sis. Nah, you stupid, bro. It's just like I said, I couldn't even really sit down and watch that fight. Not in a comfortable zone, knowing, like I said, you just thinking about shit like that, because that could be crucial, especially if you got young family members and all of that shit too that could be in situations or possibly go through a situation. So that's why I said I'll catch the replay. I know that shit. I know he probably got a bunch of undercard fights right now. So yes, Scorp, you do. And this one right here is a good one too. She's definitely good. You know, like I said, if y'all ain't dropped links by now and show each other love, y'all already know what it is. But she definitely speaks on some things too, like how I speak on things. And she's actually pushing certain initiatives. That's why I said, you know, you're always going to have a good collective group of people that see the same things you see to a degree. You know, regardless of what's happening, you still got to bring awareness to the real facts that's going on. No parent wants to hear that phone call coming through or have that rude knock at the door. So again, I would advise some of y'all to really get in tune with your kids and really make sure that they are into the things they're supposed to be into. You gotta have a stern, strong, and everything type of mentality when it comes to that. Not gonna be able to sit here and look yourself in the eye if something happens to your child and you could have avoided it. Because it's gonna eat you up. I appreciate you, Score, for doing that. You know, just definitely get on board because you don't wanna have that damn rude awakening. I'm telling you. And if you know you could avoid that situation from happening, definitely better be on the ball. Shit, Pop Will say I'm too old for box. Man, you ain't never too old to watch boxing, Pops. It just depends on who fighting. I don't watch every boxing match, but I watch some key ones. Like this was one of them, but I can't even enjoy it. So I just said I'll watch the replay of it. I don't even want nobody to tell me shit. I'll find out my damn self tonight. 9 out of 10, I'll probably find out anyway because my neighbor across the hall watching the fight. So I already know what time it is, but can't really be a joyful mood when you really got a lot of things on your mind, especially when it's things like that. So I can't be a wet blanket in a situation. You know, but definitely you gotta really make sure that your kids are safe because guess what? That's just like if your child is snuck out. For all you know, even if your child don't end up missing a day, your child can end up getting locked up or get into a serious situation where now you have to fucking fend and find out what's going on. And we still have situations where people are being misinterpreted, misread, or just being judged. So you gotta take heed into consideration too. I take that shit too. You know? Yeah, that's the truth though. But some people want to promote dumb shit, and that's why I said, how much of an adult could you be if you're promoting certain stereotypes and you're promoting certain things for these youngins to just keep doing certain shit? Like I said earlier, if you were pushing your kids out into the streets to be hustlers and shit like that, that shit is not going to look good on you. Then when it's all said and done, your kid going to be a target, if not by police, by somebody that just don't give a fuck. Like what I was saying about the situation, the youngin approached me earlier. Well, not earlier, the other day. Nigga, it didn't have to be me. That could have tucked your shit and walked off. Anybody else that don't know you completely probably would have tucked your shit. And I don't care how much you think you might be built for the shit, you really not built for it. You know? Some of y'all will find out the hard way, and it's sad to say it. But for those who don't want to find out the hard way, take consideration of what I said. You have to definitely make sure your eyes is being mindful and on all cylinders because you don't know what the hell can happen. And when kids do decide they want to sneak or be on some shit, you still have to be on point. Because guess what? There was always something back in the day that somebody wanted to try to sneak out to go do. It didn't necessarily have to be bad, but then it's just the fact that you snuck out. So you got to be mindful of that. And if you know your kids' routines and whereabouts and know where they be at, then you usually about good. That's a whole fact. That's another thing. That's why I said it don't help neither when it's drugs involved. So that you know that's also going to be a money plot. Yeah, we gotta get this drug so we can get this money so we can start breaking cycles. Some of y'all parents gonna have to stop being so selfish and really get into it. I don't know. This shit is so weird because, like I said, you don't want to hear situations like that either. But then again, some of y'all really gonna have to put your best foot forward. Like I said, as a community, it needs to get back to that. Watchful eyes everywhere for kids because you don't know what the hell can happen. You do not want a situation where your kid is never coming back. Like I told somebody, that's the worst feeling in the world, burying your kid. It gotta be. Some parents want their kids to grow old. Some parents are not expecting to bury their kids way before it's time for them to even leave the earth. So that's why I said you have to be mindful in this world that we live in. You have to. If not, this is going to be the continuous pattern that's happening. And like I said, there's so many young souls out there that are gifted that know they could be a positive part of this world. But then again, when they are being misled and they are given all of the wrong tools, how are we going to make this work? Hey, Tanya, blessings. You know, that's the main thing. Like I said, the problem is some people don't want to build. They don't want to build because some of them even know for a fact there's certain situations where we could build with each other and it don't necessarily have to be outraged against each other. We ain't got to worry about underhanding each other, none of that. But they don't want that. So, of course, they're going to still push certain agendas so they can keep things the way they're going to keep things. And again, we are going to have to really get into them, man. These are these talks that are definitely going to happen. Regardless to what is going on in the world, these are the type of talks that's going to happen. Because at some point it's going to be critical. At some point,
it could definitely be somewhere around your vicinity, and you might not even want it to be around your vicinity. But if you know how to deal with it, and if you know how to prepare for it, you should be okay. You know? I wish y'all would shut up too. You ain't going nowhere. Like I said, my hearts and my prayers, for my boy only because hopefully don't nothing happen to that youngest one because she's cool. And like I said, she don't be out and about like that. Like some of the kids, nah, she like being simple. She chill. She do what she do. You know, some people are just homebodies like that. But for you to just up and disappear out of that, like, and nobody know what's what, that's what I'm saying. Gotta be mindful and careful of certain things. It's really about it. I see you, TX. Blessings, sis. You know, you gotta be mindful of things because right now, even when it comes down to the simplest things like bullying, we know bullying is now on a different level than what it once was. So again, you have to be on all aspects and all fucking parameters when it comes to your kids. And that's why I said too, some of these things come hand in hand. Once certain things occur on a positive note, you got to be a part of that change. If you know certain schools that have reputable reputations, you keep your kids in that school. But if you know their reputation is definitely sour, and don't put your kids there, don't put them in harm's way. And then some situations that just occur out of nowhere. Doesn't matter if the school has a good reputation or not. You just got to literally be on point because you have some people who are working in these fields that shouldn't even be working. Hence why it says a lot of different things that could be revamped, even when it comes down to the education system. You know, I'd definitely be on point for that. I don't know. This shit kind of fucking with my head though. Like I said, I really hope she's not in a bad situation either, especially in this city out here. The city definitely colder in December, so everything that's possible to happen, you don't want it to happen. Yo, Black Ray, salute, my guy. Yeah, I appreciate you for doing that, Score. I don't know, man. Yeah, I see you handle blessings. See, there's more than a few people in here, you know. Nah, I mean, listen, Nicole, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, you just don't want the type of situations to happen either, but you don't want to hear that either, too. That's why I said it's just something as parents you're going to definitely have to have watchful eyes for. Because even if something does fall up under your eye and you don't see it, somebody else might see it. That's why I said you got to have watchful eyes everywhere in these communities. You have to. Like I said, people that are here, most of us are coming from different parts. But most of us got the same damn notion about change and just building. And I think that's the most important thing that I add to this whole damn existence of being on it.
Like I said, I don't care about beefs. I don't care about this. I don't care about a lot of things because it's not going along the lines of things that we should be standing up and fighting for. Like prime example, y'all. I gave my cousin a wrench, and I hope nobody but my cousin ain't playing that shit neither. If you think I'm wild, he's a little step wilder than me. But I gave him a wrench because I ain't want nobody sniping him out of nowhere. He's not a troll. He texted me after everything was said and done. It was like, yo, I like that little community you got in there, son. I see what you got going, son. See what you got doing, son. See, I got people inside and out that know me personally that'll tell you, yeah, there's gonna be certain things I ain't playing. But when it comes down to certain things like this, I can't fucking joke about that. It's nothing funny about somebody kid going missing. There's nothing funny about their kid possibly not coming home because either they laying in a cold box or they laying somewhere in the prison system. So again, all the things that people think is funny, it's not funny to me. Yo, Kev, salute, my guy. I see you in. For those who just tuned in, you already know, hit the like button. Again, if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. These are the type of talks you're going to keep getting over here. I don't give a damn if I got to break them down into parts because there's always going to be different aspects happening. Just like I just said today. Now look, we have a situation where not saying no, my boy is definitely a good parent. He just wasn't expecting all of that. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta be mindful of certain things. And hopefully, like I said, she's not in a bad situation. You know. That's why I said you gotta definitely keep your eyes out, man. There's a multitude of things that can change, like I said. So we are just gonna have to really stand on that initiative and really make it work. You can't sit here and expect certain things to not happen when you could avoid them from happening. You good, sis. I know what you're talking about, though. You good, though. But you really speaking some shit, too, man. And that's how it gotta be, you know. It's the best way possible. Get in tune with your kids and also get in tune with yourselves because you know that the world is changing and the damn landscape been changed. You do not want to have that type of situation happening for real. And if you know you ain't ready and you know you ain't willing to really deal with this responsibility of raising a kid, there's two things. You shouldn't have no more kids after this, or you should give that kid up to somebody so that kid can have a fighting chance. You know? Yeah, man. Yeah, I really hope she good though. And that could have been anybody. Even if that was his son, I'd have felt the same way because they both are still under the age of 18. So you're not expecting your kid to just up and do something that they normally wouldn't do. And that's why I said sometimes you got to watch the influences they around too, because those influences could be still putting things in their head. Yo, you should do this, that, and the third. They ain't gonna worry about this, that, and the third. Like I said, back in the days, our parents used to really be on it. Like, who you hanging with? I got to meet their parents. Wait. Let me make sure this person is whatever. You know. Gotta do so. Shit. Right now, if you don't take those drastic steps, you're gonna keep getting situations like this happen. Kids are gonna keep getting pushed into the streets, or get pushed to the penile system, or get pushed to that early grade. Some of these youngins already feel like it's good to be dead before 21. No, it's not good to be dead at all. You're supposed to be blessed and happy. You know, I don't know, y'all. Just it really feels weird. It do feel weird because these are the type of things you don't want to hear, especially at this time of the evening, and especially in this city, and knowing the fuck shit that always goes on. Yeah, and that not just here. That's a worldwide problem that's happening. Some kids just sneaking out the house or just leaving out the house for whatever reason. You know, you gotta be mindful. Definitely make sure you get things in order before it's all said and done. You don't need to hear no more tragedies, and we should get tired of hearing the same old tragedy and the same old, sadness. Another thing, like I said, you're gonna definitely have to start making sure your kids are not in the, you know, not in the areas that they ain't supposed to be in. That's too rough for them because sometimes they can get that notion and all of that pickup game from what the hell they see on that side of the tracks. Like I said, you got some kids that should be in the schools right now, but they outside with the husband. They send out and the grown ups shooting dice and doing dumb shit. You know, that's something that's still going on to this day. You want to have some people who are going to never grow up mentally, so they ain't giving a fuck about themselves. You think they're gonna give a fuck about your kid? She was in here earlier, bro. She was in here in the beginning of the live, son. You late. She probably still in the shadows watching, but she was one of the first ones in here. So, the most important thing, like I said, you gotta build each other up and you gotta support each other regardless to what, especially when it comes to things like that. I don't know, y'all. I just find it real weird. You know, you think certain things would at least have calmed down by now, but it's getting more drastic more than ever now. My bad. I had to really do a little silent prayer because, like I said, when you hear shit like that, that shit turn you upside down. And then with all this sick shit going on too, you don't want her to be a victim either. That's why I said parents start taking accountability, start really taking actions for what you need to take actions for, and step on that forefront and be parents. That's it. Some of y'all gonna have to start doing that whether you want to or not. Start having watchful eyes in certain areas because for all you know, even if your kid ain't in that area in particular, it could be somewhere else where you know for a fact, all right, I can try to find them and reach them just in case if they are in trouble. But this is what we do over here. We're gonna keep having combos like this. Doesn't matter if it's for an hour or 3 hours. Doesn't matter. I just mostly wanted to get that out there that there's still certain situations that we know happen out here in this world that you parents definitely gonna have to wake all the way the hell up. I don't know. Just I feel like I got the main thing out of it. That shouldn't go over nobody's head neither. You do not want to be that close to a situation like that. Doesn't matter if it's your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your little cousins, whoever. You don't want no type of situation like that to hit close to home. So definitely make sure you're on point, especially when it comes to the younger ones. I don't care. Be on point. Because if not, you're just gonna get that call, like I said. And that'll definitely eat you up even more. Because when you could have did something, you didn't do shit. Stop worrying about being lit. Stop worrying about partying. Stop worrying about certain things that are not really that important. Get into it with your kids. That's the most important thing you can do once you become a parent. Get in tune with them and stay in tune with them, even until they get old enough. You're always supposed to have a bond with your kids, regardless. Yo,
What up, bro?
what's good, my guy?
Man, I wanted to tap in on this too, bro, because I'm sitting here watching this fight, and it made me think too. We got to keep the kids busy, man. Like when we was younger, I was in the martial arts, just after school program. Like you said, we ain't got no more of those. Man, we need to even like me. I used to take kids and train them after school. We can do tutoring. The kids ain't busy, and that's how they getting influenced by the people on the street, getting influenced by social media. We don't keep them busy no more.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. But that's why I spoke about this shit a long time ago. I said if y'all would invest in certain things, a lot of things are being closed. So yeah, if you would take that money and put that into something that could possibly help the community, that's better than nothing. Even if you got to do it yourself for the time frame, the main thing you'll see that some people are going to see you are taking your time and effort, and you're not upset about it. Eventually, they'll get up out they shit and say, you know what? If he can do it, and is that, then let me help. If she can do this, is that a third? All right, I think I can help her do this too. You gotta want to make sure these kids, because these kids are gonna always need their bonds. Oh, so they always gonna need their bonds spark. They always gonna need some sort of fucking adrenaline rush as far as them, because they still learning. They want to soak up as much as they can soak up.
And like, if I'm not mistaken, she can correct me if I'm wrong, but like even Rachel, she was trying to build a community center. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, stuff we don't. When I was growing up, we had the Boys and Girls Club. I had a community center at my high school, so
yeah,
that's how the boxing and stuff. But when I didn't have those things, that's when I went into the street. That's when I wasn't busy. And like even now, my nephew, he on the computer all the time, and my sister's starting to drop him off over my house so I can train him. And now
yeah.
the more I train him, the less he into the games, and he's looking at different styles, coming back asking me. That's what I'm saying. We got to introduce him to other things. We have to be the influence and stop allowing the social media and other people to influence them. We have to intentionally, influence them, give them other things.
Nah, it's a whole fact. The stuff that I've been saying that I've been like implementing because, like I said, you gotta keep sparking these kids' mind. You gotta keep their minds fresh too. Also, because there's always gonna be fresh new ideas for certain things that's gonna happen. If you keep them on the right path, you keep their minds stimulated at all costs. It can prevent a lot of this shit from happening.
'Cause, I mean, even now, like nowadays, like I said, this whole social media thing, I wanted to start like a group where it's teaching young men how to, be men, how to tie ties, how to dress up, like etiquette. And
Yeah,
man, we don't even get nothing. I mean, with the way this is set up, we don't have to physically be right there. We can hold live, and as long as the parents set the kids in front of the TV or whatever, the computer, and spend an hour a day just focused on giving young men, young women information. I mean, we got to use this technology. They're using it in the wrong way, but we can still use it in the right
exactly. But you see what I said here? Some people think this channel was gonna be another one of those back and forth fight channels, drama channels. No, that's not what I'm here for. And
way.
again,
Right.
if it ain't on the lines of at least trying to bring awareness or some sort of building, then we have nothing to speak about. We don't have no beef. Like, and I don't entertain it anyway. My cousin caught a couple of my cousin was in the live last night. That's why when he hit me afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, let me find out." So my man got his community going, all this shit. Like, I like that shit. Bob, he said the vibe is good in it. That's why I said, nigga, yeah, I gotta give your ass a wrench in case they try to zap you, because he ain't know what I was talking about. And I said, Mod, he's like, the fuck going on? I'm like, nah, nigga. I said I had to make sure. You get little bullshit trolls here and there. He don't be on here like that, but when he found out I had a channel, he like, nigga, let me find out. My cousin over here doing some shit.
And so yeah, I mean, it's so many different ways we can utilize this. People using it for the wrong thing, beefing. Like none of, I mean, like what? Like let's be real. What is beefing on the internet gonna really do? Y'all just talking, y'all wasting time. It's a distraction. When y'all can be using this platform to bring people together, unity. I mean, people don't even try to resolve. It's like that what we was talking about the other night, the clout. Like you so addicted. That's an addiction, man.
That's a whole fact. Yeah, nah, you're gonna have some people. Hold on, Doe Eyes is in here. If she is in here, blessings. Now that's what I'm saying. Good people. Like, see, like I said, I had a collective group of people in here. Like my cousin was sitting there bugging yesterday. He was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie." He said, "I kind of felt like I was in the club." He was like, because he was like, I see everybody was chilling. He said nobody was snapping. See, he almost thought somebody was saying something about him. I said, nah, nigga, they was having the whole convo before you even came in the chat. So I was telling him, he's like, nah. He said, I kind of felt the type. I said, nah, you good. He's like, but I see everybody was in there cutting up, having a good time. He's like, my cousin got some shit going. He was like, that's what's up. He was like, the only thing you going to keep, he said, I already know you. You just going to keep bringing it. I already know you going to keep bringing them topics. I said, I ain't got no choice. So right now, nigga, you got to.
And see, even doing that, like I was calling you Jadakiss, yet, bro. Your picture look like Jadakiss, though, bro. Dude. But, like just having fun. You ain't gotta insult nobody to roast and crack jokes.
No, he wasn't talking
You know
about
what I'm
you.
saying? You said
Nah, he
what?
wasn't. Nah, he
No,
wasn't
no. I'm
talking about.
saying, I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah,
like man, you joke around all the time. And we have fun. Like people come on here roasting, but it be ignorant. Like you literally insulting people. You don't have to. I think roasting is a skill. Like if you can do it, and the person
yeah,
you talk to can laugh at it, that's what makes it fun.
yeah.
It's not insulting someone, belittling someone like that. I don't do all that. I try to build people up, and I can do it with jokes. I can do it, with inspirational words. I don't have to insult someone to feel better about myself, and a lot of times that's why people do it. They so messed up inside that they want to hurt other people.
No doubt, little Jonathan. No doubt, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. See, like I said, I got people from different parts that actually see what it is. Like I told somebody, I said at this point it ain't about a race thing. Y'all keep making it that. No. It's about literally at some point something is gonna happen where everybody gonna have to stand the fuck up. So all this beef and shit, all this online beef and shit, like I said, some people thought this is exactly what was going to happen. And I probably lost a couple of people along the way. They probably thought that's what it was going to be. But as you see, I still give you a balance and still stick on my topics. If you want me to roast, oh yeah, I'm a roast. I ain't got to sit here and really like come at you the way you think I'm going to come at you. I'm just going to flame your shit till you kill your own self. So that's your punishment right there.
And see, I know I lost a couple people because that whole race thing. Like this is what people need to understand. There's good people and bad people in every race. And I'm not willing to settle for the bad people in my race just
Hmm.
to make somebody happy. I want to deal with good people. I want good people around me all the time. That way I ain't got to worry about none of the BS.
One second, I'm listening for a minute. See if she lets that one there.
But let me
Nah, bro. Keith, I know I'm good, bro. Listen, I'm good
I'm,
because I know for a fact I'm doing the right
It's this
thing
one.
possible.
Sorry, I'm just here.
yeah, I'm gonna jump back down, bro. I'm back on daddy duty.
We already see it. Fix that bottle. Don't watch that boxing match, good sir.
Oh no, she about to learn who Boots Ennis is.
Oh shoot, it's over.
She training too. My son training already. She about to train soon as she walking. I don't play that. We be ready, bro. But I'm gonna get with you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. You already know the panel opening anytime, son.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, y'all already know. This how it goes over here. Like I said, you got people over here that, regardless of what tracks they coming from, most of them want to see the same thing, change in a positive light. Can't can't ask for nothing better than that. I got different people from different sectors, even new people that I picked up from people who I didn't even know where they came from to a degree. I still got a few subs. I don't know where they came from, but I'm glad that they're here, and I'm glad that they brought some people here because they see what it is. It's not going to be the same old rhetoric when you come. When you come here, you're going to get a little bit of everything, but you're mostly going to get this awareness and this education. And on some parts, you're going to get building because you're going to have people within each other who might want to build. You know, I'd always remember that. Right now, this is a crucial time, and you would want to be on point more than anything. That's what I'm saying. Be mindful of certain things. As a parent, you got to make sure your kid is in the best possible position in life so they don't be a failure or just another casualty. Start taking the necessary steps. Like some people are really trying to put their money together. Rachel, don't start your shenanigans, you leprechaun. Don't start your shenanigans. I don't always wake up with violence, but when I do, I still give y'all this work. And don't nothing refrain from what I be saying. So, hey, you gotta choose violence. Sometimes you gotta choose violence, but not in the way you think you gotta choose it. See, when I say I choose violence, this something I've been saying. I don't necessarily be able to go punch you in your fucking head. But I'm gonna punch you in your head with some facts and some real shit that you want to hear that's gonna fuck you up. So, but this is how I do it over here. And I'm gonna continue to do what works for me, and I'm gonna continue to do what's right. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I think I'm gonna have another part to this. Like I said, I can always break things down as a part. It don't matter. I think I feel like, nah, I don't. My bad. I'm trying to think for a second. Yeah, I was going. Give me a second. I'm thinking to myself. Because I was thinking all in all what I was about to do. You know? But all in all, just always remember this. If you had better opportunities, right, back in the day, think about the kids right now that ain't got those same opportunities. You know, definitely make the change that you need to. It's critical and it's necessary. You know, I want your kids to keep being misinformed and keep getting programmed into certain ways of thinking and just certain things. You're gonna have to be on point and upgrade everything. But I think I'm about to end this live right here. Part of me do feel like playing some music. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Matter of fact, I should. It is Saturday night. And I kind of did get a late start to my little things I tried to do today. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think I would do that. See, we already had our little bit of knowledge for the day. So this, because I don't want them to mess up this knowledge, I'm going to end this live and start another one. Like play a little bit of music for a little bit. I ain't going to go ape shit tonight. But you know, definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in for this talk. For those that was new to the channel, again, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the shadow watchers that's fucking with your boy. And you already know. It's always love when y'all always in here. I don't care how many in the chat. Anytime y'all here, y'all already know what it is. And y'all didn't have to be here tonight knowing there's multitude of things going on. But the fact that you was here and that you listened, that was the most important thing. And hopefully this word did get across to some people. It's time for y'all to start being parents. And at this critical time, it's more important now than ever. So, you know, appreciate y'all. I'm about to end this, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Let me just set this shit up for y'all. And we definitely gonna rock out for a little bit. And we're definitely gonna be back in the building tomorrow. That's a definite. You know. But I'm about to get this music ready, y'all. See y'all in about 2 minutes. Until the next live. Be out of here. Peace and blessing.